Reservoir 13 is a novel set in the Peak District. It starts with the disappearance of a 13-year-old girl, and then it follows the life of the village through the subsequent 13 years. I'm never very comfortable just standing up in front of an audience with a book, reading a bit of the book, and then sitting down to have a conversation with somebody about the book. That feels like a fairly flat and uninteresting way of presenting a piece of creative work to an audience. And because this book in particular has a lot of rhythm and texture and atmosphere, I was really interested in working with a composer to bring some of that atmosphere and texture to life in the form of music, and to have that music sit alongside the reading that I'd be doing.
It's a really inspiring novel to write music for, because it's built up of lots of repeating themes, and so it has like a cumulative power that comes from the repetition, and that's kind of how a soundtrack works. At the start of our collaboration, Jon mentioned that Derbyshire folk songs might be a good jumping off point, so I did some research and found one called Upper Derwent that not only was it set in the same part of Derbyshire as the novel, it was also about someone who went missing. I tracked down a recording of it, and at the start there's this really eerie melody, and as soon as I heard it, I thought that was Becky's theme. So I sampled that melody and wrote all of the other music around that theme, but didn't include it in any of the final pieces. So it's like an enigma variation or a missing piece of the puzzle.
Once or twice I was able to do the reading with the musicians playing the music live, and that was really exciting and really special occasions. But for the most part, we came up with a scheme where the music would be hosted on a website, and the audience would download sections of the music onto their phone, and effectively all of the phones in the audience acted as a kind of surround sound speaker system. And it always varied depending on the acoustics in the room, depending on how many people had their phones with them, depending on all sorts of factors. But when it worked well, it was really quite special, and it made the audience feel involved in a way that I think they were not used to, which was really exciting.
There's quite a few different components to this project. There was writing music for the novel, and then there was making a piece of technology so that Jon could take it on tour. There was playing it live with Haiku Salut, and now there's this EP that I'm releasing, where I've gone into the studio with a string trio and added a couple more pieces to create a standalone listening experience, and that comes out at the end of November 2018.